Hey budget besties, welcome back to the channel. I'm Shawnee and I'm sharing my journey to financial freedom $1 at a time. Around here, we don't compare, we don't judge, we just mind our money and keep it real. If you want to support the channel, go ahead and tap that like button, drop a comment and subscribe. It's a free way to help other people find this space. In today's video, we're going to be cash stuffing $865, so let's get started. I am going to take out of my wallet my categories, and we're going to put that there. All right. So I still have not been making it to the city because I have had a bunch of doctor's appointments. So in groceries, I have... it's like $20, $40, $60, $70 left over. I'm just going to sit this here for now. In gas, I have $5 left over, and I'm going to sit that to the side, and I am not touching those other categories, okay? So let's go ahead and replenish my gas, and we are adding $250. So we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40. How is everybody doing? I am doing okay. I will give you an update here shortly. We're going to add this $10 bill here to make this $250. So groceries, we have reset. Okay. Gas, I use everything but the $5 as you can see. And I am going to add another $50 inside of here. And that is it for my gas. Next up, I am wanting to add money into household, and I am going to add $10, and it's all that it has. And I stuck this freebie that I got from Bare Budgets in here, and I think I'm going to make all of these 20, so I'm just going to stick that there for now. In spending, I am going to also add $10 here as well, so let's put that there. We already had a 20, so that makes 30. So sit that there. Put that here. In self-care, I am adding another 20 to the 20 that's already inside of here. And we're going to put this there. And that is it for my wallet. Okay, we are done with the wallet. I'm going to take this and put it back inside of my wallet here. And we are done. We're going to take this and get it out the way. My new space is so noisy as compared to when I was doing this in my kitchen. So sorry you keep hearing all these noises from this raggedy chair that I have. I'm so sorry. But we are hopping over to my funeral binder. And in my funeral binder, we are adding to registration or car registration. And it's right here. So I want to go ahead and give an update. I know I have already told you all I'm adding $10. I know I told you all that I had some issues with my shoulder, and this just has been a journey for me really since last year. But anyway, the MRI revealed that I have a partially torn rotator cuff, and typically it does not require surgical intervention. If anything, physical therapy should really get it to where it needs to be. I am not in pain as far as post-injection, steroid injection in my shoulder. I do have moments of not being comfortable, but I just do not still have the full range of motion in my shoulder. And I've been doing PT for like, I don't know, since December. Oh, I never say the dates. I'm gonna start doing it. Today is March 27th. Hello, this is paycheck number 2. But anyway, we're gonna hop over here to HOA, and we're adding $10 here, and that's gonna make this 40. So yeah, there I go making noise. Yeah, so the orthopedic doctor that I saw before, I really didn't do any research, and I've never really worked with orthopedic doctors. I really, for the most part, did everything with pediatrics, and I didn't do any research, and his bedside manner sucked. He diagnosed me from across the room. I am hopping over to one of my newer categories, and that is this student loan. Um, Before I continue the story, let me explain the student loan category. So the student loan inside of this binder, this will be more so when it's time to make payments. I already have payments on top of what I'm trying to save for my freedom. So this is just what this is going to be for, okay? So like when it's time to have payments, I will have payments ready to pay, okay? But anyway, the doctor that I had before, if we want to call him that, I am adding $20 to student loans. He diagnosed me from across the room. He never touched me. Outside of shaking my hand, he never touched me. And he diagnosed me with, I can't call off anything, they're $50 a piece. He diagnosed me with bicep tendonitis. Never did an assessment at all. He asked questions. It was more so me leading the conversation, letting him know like what I can and can't do. But we're coming over to another newer category, which is lawn care. And these are $10 a piece. And I am adding $10. And so he just said, do physical therapy, blah, blah, blah. I feel like if he would have done an appropriate assessment, I'm not saying I probably would have gotten like the diagnosis spot on, but maybe at least a differential diagnosis. And yeah, he just had me doing PT, and I feel like we're going backwards. And so what he told me was, well, if you're not better after this injection, because I expected you to get fully better with his misdiagnosis of me, he was just basically saying, well, I'm just going to refer you to a surgeon and you're just going to need surgery, right? So I'm going to take this, get this out the way, and we'll continue the story with the next binder. Next up, I am hopping over to my Stay Ready binder. So yes, he basically told me that he'll refer me to a surgeon, and to follow up with him at the end of April. I want to come here to my emergency fund, and there's a $5 bill in here, and I want to take it out and use it for my $5 savings challenge. And I'm going to take $30 from this rollover from my wallet and add it in here. And that'll make this $50. And so now in emergency fund, I have 100, 200, 300, 50, 70, 90, 400. So I can color off another one of these. So yeah, I went ahead and scheduled a follow-up appointment just to kind of buy myself time to do some research. And I was able to find somebody in the same group, but I have to drive like deep into the suburbs. So I have to drive an hour. The same place where I went to go get my MRI, where the rich folks go. Oh, I have 600 in the bank as well. So yeah, so that makes us 1,000 now. I'm trying to figure out how to tell this story because I think this has been like so frustrating for me. Next, I am hopping over to, we're gonna do rainy day. So yes, I decided to do research, and I found like this doctor who's old school. He's been doing it since before I was born. The NBA team here hires him. Two college basketball team hire him. And I'm like, listen, I want to go where they go. So I'm adding 50 to rainy day. And I just scheduled my follow-up appointment with him. And hopefully he's going to tell me I don't need surgery. I don't think I need surgery. I just think I need a better plan of care. But yeah, so for rainy day, we now have 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 190, 200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 300, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 85. 385 is what I counted. If it's wrong, it's going to be wrong. And I hope I'm actually not speed talking. When I get excited, I start talking more fast than I normally do. So yeah, so we added 50. We're almost done with this. And when I complete this, I'm going to use this for like extra escrow payments in the event that everything goes up. And I have a new tracker for rainy day, okay? So I have an appointment at the end of April with this new doctor. I did look up what the procedure would entail. Honestly, if he even said I needed the procedure, I have decided I'm going to opt out of the procedure, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm adding $25 to 3 to 6 months of expenses. So that procedure will require me to not have use of my arm, my left arm, for at least 8 weeks. I'm going to add another 5 to make 25. We have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. We can finally color something up here. So yeah, I won't have full use of my left arm. It will be in a sling for a total of 2 months. And I will have to be very, very careful with movement and things like that. I will still have to go to PT, drive to doctor's appointments, but I won't be able to drive also for 2 months. And I don't have a strong enough support system to get me to and from the appointments and to, help me with some of the things that I would have to modify that, things we don't think that are simple, everyday things that we do. If I have to have surgery, I'm just going, if he says I need surgery, which I don't think I should need surgery, I'm going to opt out because I will have to take off and I won't really have a strong support system to kind of help me with the things that I need. I'm always the one helping other people, but my brother, my boyfriend would help, but they're both truck drivers and they're on the road. So their schedules are so unpredictable. So yeah, I don't really have like a solid support system outside of them. I think if they had like in-city jobs, they definitely would be here to help me. But yeah. So in miscellaneous, I am adding a 10. And so we are going to take off a $10 spot. So yeah, that's that. But what's been going on with you guys? Like, what's new out there? I know I am just over the weather where I live. It just is not nice. But we're not gonna complain. In miscellaneous, I'm gonna add this $40 here that I owe. And after this $40, I will owe myself too. So now we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 110 in here, okay? I will say this, sometimes small things have to remind, at least myself, of how blessed I am. My brother, he doesn't, oh, sorry, I did this wrong, 200. My brother doesn't come into town a lot, but he took me and my mom out to dinner not too long ago. I'm shaking the camera. Sorry, you guys. I am going to add $20. I'm sorry, I'm trying to tell the story and also keep my pacing. And I also have a physical therapy appointment today, so yay. So we're adding $20 here. But anyway, my brother took us out when he came into town. We were on one end of downtown, and we have the National Guard here. So downtown was pretty empty. People just feel like they have been bombarded, and I get it. And I was like, let's walk on the other end because I just wanted to really more so spend a lot of time with my brother. We didn't have to walk to the other end, but the other end is a nice little walk. I mean, it's doable. And I said, let's go get cookies. I'm not a sweets girl, but I just wanted to walk or whatever. And anyway, walking past where we had to walk, I was asking my mom if she remembered that time almost 10 years ago when there was a homeless guy that asked to have her leftover food that she had picked over. And I was telling her, like, I think about that man from time to time. Like, where I'm from, a lot of people ask for money and they use it for drugs. But I was really convinced, like, this guy, like, was just down on his luck real bad. I'm adding 50 to maternity leave. And I'm like, people usually ask you for money. They don't ask you for your food. And I remember at the time I didn't carry cash like that. And I gave him everything I had. And my mom did too. And from time to time, I cry about him. And when we were walking back towards our car on the other end where we were originally at when we were eating, I had passed a place that said juke joint. And around the time me and my mom saw the homeless guy, I had took her to go see The Color Purple because Broadway had traveled this way. And I was about to start singing Sister. If you've seen The Color Purple, you know the song. And I startled a guy And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. And he obviously looked like he was homeless. And I was walking, and I was like, let me stop singing before I startle more people with my horrible singing. And I look back, and my brother is embracing this guy. This was his friend from college. Okay, hold on. I'm going to follow back up the story. I'll be right back. So I think over to my YOLO binder. Yeah, so this was somebody my brother, I guess, knew from college. We found out after the fact. And his friend had been down bad. Some mental health, we found out later, played a part in what's going on. We are adding $10 to electronics. And electronics now has 100, 50, 70, 90, 200. So yeah, he was just really down bad, if anything. And my brother really wanted to help him. And I always try to make light of things. I said, who would think my horrible singing would bring people back together? But thankfully I was about to sing because the guy head was down like nobody would have ever saw his face. We're gonna add to shopping, and we are adding $20. So my brother told the guy, like, hey, I'm gonna come back tomorrow and look for you. I want to take my sister and my mom home. And I guess my brother was coming up with the meetup spot for him for the next day, which would have been a Sunday. And my brother did just that. But the guy wasn't in the meetup spot. And so my brother, being as kind-hearted as he is, he went driving around trying to see if he could search for this guy. Whereas most people would have probably given up and said, well, I guess they didn't want to meet. My brother just, he just kept going. I am adding $20 into gifts as well. My brother found him. My brother, he actually found him at a church. There's a local church that, feeds the homeless and gives them some time to get out of the weather or whatever. And this day it was raining pretty bad. And my brother took him to go get something to eat. He bought him some food to eat. And my aunt allowed him to take a shower so he can get clean. In gifts, we have 50, 70, 90, 110, 120. And my brother was trying to see if he can contact the guy's mom on Facebook. And the guy's mom did respond, but after my brother drops him off at the homeless shelter, my brother paid for the guy to stay at the homeless shelter for 3 nights to buy him some time. We're going to add $10 to giveaways, and more to come with this once we get the money and once I get to my 1K subs. So go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. If you don't have anything you want to say, leave me 3 green hearts. And if you were interested in my giveaways, leave me 3 yellow hearts. One of the things, I need from you is to be a subscriber. Your comments need to be public, and you have to follow me on Instagram because that's going to be my way to communicate with you, okay? So in giveaways, we have 20, 30, 40, and 50, and this saves us 200, so not too bad. So the guy's mom lives in the state of Texas, and she was crying because they thought that maybe he was not alive anymore. And so I don't know what's going to happen, but my brother, he did a good deed, and he reached out to the family, and now the ball is in their court. I'm going to take this and get it out the way. Next up, I am hopping over to my Reclaiming My Joy binder. If you're new to my channel, I name my binders as opposed to saying holiday binder, high priority, low priority. I just had to be different, right? So I am going to add the last 10 I need for Halloween. And so now we have 20, 30, 40, and 50. And we're going to color this on off. All right. So yeah, so let me start with my story times. Do you all have anything exciting planned? Any new shows? Anything I need to kind of like catch up on? Because my life has been like, revolving around driving to doctor's appointments. And if I have been a little slower than normal with responding to comments, because I like to reply back, I am so sorry. Just know I will eventually respond to you, okay? So in Thanksgiving, I am adding $20 here. And that makes 20, 40, 60, 80, and 100. hundreds. So yeah, so please know that I am not trying to ignore anybody. I've just really been busy and trying to catch up on work and all of that. So yeah. And that's my art project for today. So I'm definitely ready to be done with driving back and forth. I am not somebody who likes to drive, and I've really been truly using this gas money over here. And because of that, I have not really, or because of these doctor's appointments, I have not really taken the time to drive into the city and get all of the grocery items that I need. I just kind of been cooking what I can from what I can buy from my local store in my town. Okay, I am adding into Christmas, and it is also getting a $20 bill. Christmas as a kid was everything to me. One, because I was born in December, and I'm like, this is an amazing month, which December is an amazing month. But you know, like kids, you know, like I guess to think like Santa sending them a gift or whatever. But adult me, I'm a Thanksgiving girly, so I feel like Christmas was for me when I was a kid, and Thanksgiving is for me as an adult. Okay. So yes, and the food can get kind of repetitive, so I feel like you have to be kind of creative with what you eat on Christmas, so you're not eating Thanksgiving food on Christmas. This next category is Boss Lady. It is a new category. This is a category that I'm creating for my mom. So if she needs something, I can come in here as opposed to like her asking me like, do you have this? Do you have that? So I'm going to take off this $15 spot. And I got this from Baddies in the Bag. This actually was in one of my Happy Meal videos that I created. I suck at doing Happy Meals. I won't do anymore. I will not do that to you guys again. But I gave her this bougie kitty tracker because she bougie. I don't know nobody more bougie than she is. And I'm convinced, I tell people all the time, we cannot possibly be related. I'm convinced in the 80s, she stole me from the hospital. We are so polar opposite. So that is it for the Reclaiming My Joy binder. And so I'm going to take this and I'm going to get it out the way. Per usual, I messed up somewhere because I am seeing that I have way too much money over there. And so I need to figure out where the money needs to go, right? I did not add anything to this credit card right here. Let's see. So for credit card, I was supposed to add a 20. We're going to take off this 20 down here. Okay, so we're going to put this back into credit card. And I know where some of this money needs to go. So give me a second. I hate when I mess up, but you know, this is a part of it. So I will be right back. Hold on. Okay, I also was supposed to add a 50 into emergency fund. Let's see. So I need to take this 50, and now emergency fund has 100, 200, 300, 450. Well, 600, not 600, 450. This is 1,050. So we're going to put this in here. And now I need to figure out where this extra 20 goes because this girl doesn't know. So give me a second to figure that out. So I do not know where this 20 right here goes. So what I'm going to do so that I am not taking up too much time in this cash stuffing, trying to figure this out, I am just going to sit it to the side, and when I figure it out, I'll just put it on the top of the screen, but I'm going to put it to the side for right now, okay? Lastly, I'm hopping over to my monthly savings binder, if I can open it up. I've already checked off my numbers because it takes me a while to color. And I have 30 already in there. This saves $233, but I'm rounding up. It'll be $235 when I'm done with this. And so we're going to add 100, a 20, and a 5. And now for the month of March, I have 100, 20, 40, 55. So 155. And next time we will complete March and moves on to April. So that's it with the monthly savings challenge. I'm closing this up and we're going to get it out the way. If you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you for real. So go ahead and tap that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. It's a free way to show me love and help the channel to grow. If you've missed any previous videos, I will leave links in the description box and up in the cards if you would like to catch up. I'll be back next week for another cash stuffing video, and until next time, mind your money $1 at a time. I'm clocking out. Peace.